Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Texas. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
How about that to start the game off by this defense? The offense decides to drop back on the first play, and this quarterback has no time at all because of the pressure up front.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking downfield, it's Daly. He's escaping the pocket now. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. He's a 1st and 10 play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Caught on the outside. It's Staley. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They're going to run it. Matt gets the carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Staley. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down. The balls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Volunteers. We've got a conference championship on the line here. What a start for the offense.
Man, I just want to give a lot of credit to the quarterback and the offensive line. They really set the tone here on this drive, allowing this offense to be able to make the plays that they needed to give them this lead here early.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from the defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46.
The quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
First down and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Short pass finds the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
And they'll kick it away here. And the returner is brought down. Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
And now the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint at the 30. What an electric play. Suddenly, they've moved into scoring position down to the 24. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On first down, it's play action. Takes the grab. It's Staley. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Throws it to the right. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Pre-snap motion from the receiver. To throw, it's Manning. Running out of time in the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
I know this guy believes in his receivers, and I don't blame him. There's a lot of talent out there. But throwing into double coverage like that, that's how you throw picks.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. On the move, looking deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Gibson. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
3rd down play for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Longhorns come up to the line in a hurry-up. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop.
Well, I'm not surprised they decided to throw the football here on 4th down, but how about the defense doing their job, especially up front, getting in those passing lanes and just knocking the ball down? Not exactly what this offense envisioned and how this play would work out.
And there's the handoff. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Fowles.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Longhorns offense takes the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking to make a big play downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Caught quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, it's Manning. Makes a quick catch. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
It's a gamble here. Offense going for it on 4th down inside their own 40. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking for the wide out. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the stick.
Going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they get set now to try the PAT. Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush closing in. And it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Inside the 20. At the 10 now. He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Texas. And on this conference championship stage, it's the defense that makes the play to tie this game up.
Man, Chris, think about this. There's so much at stake. You're trying to win a conference championship. Who knows? Maybe move on, get to the postseason, into a playoff, and to come up with a play like this from your defense where they create the turnover and score themselves to tie this thing up. This is going to be an exciting finish.
And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. To throw, it's Manning. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. Got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or are they going to settle out and bring the pressure.
Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass caught, can he get in? And he's in! Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off and hope the defense can get a quick stop. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That's a bullet over the middle. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Chris, that is back-to-back drives right now for this quarterback and this offense. Nothing seems to be going right. The defense is doing a good job of confusing the quarterback, who's obviously throwing the ball into coverage. They've got to make some adjustments with their attack.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 20. Inside the 10. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Back to throw. It's Manning. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
This guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the fair catch by the return man. First half clock with just 7 seconds remaining for this first down play. Quarterback drops back. It's a short completion to the big tight end. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Running through the tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do we defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to throw. It's Manning. Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With the conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers. But, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. They'll try the right here. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Looking for a gap. It's White. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set up now at the 44.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects a team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Third down, the offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Back to throw. It's Daly. Defense is coming after him. Hit just as he throws the ball. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Quick throw, testing the middle. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking right. This one caught. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up under the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. That's strong run defense. Not much of a gain on the play. Second down play coming up. Back in motion now. Second down, looking to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Longhorns line up with a 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Texas. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Here's the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
To the air, it's Daly. Caught in the flat by the running back. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here, but I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's brought down out at the 46.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Spins away from defenders. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that is another tough run by this back. It seems like every time they need the yards, this guy is delivering along with that offensive line. This time on 4th down, they are able to pick up the first down and keep this drive alive.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Fires it to the wideout. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. After a short return, he's tackled at the 18. What an enormous takeaway by this defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. He hands it off from the gun. Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Back to pass. It's Manning.
This defense recognized that this offense wanted to throw the football. They pinned their ears back, got into attack mode, and came up with a nice sack.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. That's a safety for the defense.
Wait a second. You're backed up inside your own 5-yard line, and you go with an empty set? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It backfires here. I think that's a questionable play call, and it costs you 2 points.
And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Looking for a deep completion. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It will cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he's going to launch it deep again. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
They'll run the option. Pitch play to the back. And the defense is there to smother him. They were all over the option play that time. Second down after that previous play. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
He'll hand it off. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.